Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Today's snapshot is 14w30a. I am very excited to show you some of the features in this video. There are some huge changes to the game in terms of performance and optimization, but also some awesome new features. As you can see in front of us, we have flags. They may appear to be flags, but they are actually called banners in this game, and these are them over here. Now there are 16 different ways that you can place them, so in between each one that faces an axis there are 3 variants like that, so you have some options as to how you can place them down. You can also customize them, and there are around 4 trillion different combinations of flags and colours and things that you can do with each of these, so you can make them look like these different patterns right here, and I'm going to show you how to do all of that in a second. But if we have a quick look over here, there are a couple of things I wanted to point out. That the hitbox of this thing is only inside the first block, so you can actually place blocks above them, which could possibly be useful for decorations. The idea of a window comes to mind with some curtains hanging down or something like this, but there are going to be all sorts of possibilities for how you can use these. And also in creative mode you can put them on your head, but I haven't done that just yet. Let's press the button in the command block. There you go, it is in the head slot up here, which can't be done in survival mode. You have to do it using a command block. And then you could do capture the flag or something like that. So let me show you how this is crafted. We take a single stick, put it at the bottom, and then put 6 wool at the top, and that will create our banner like this. And then you can customize this up to 6 different times, so that is actually quite important. If we have a look at the patterns and the different things that I've made over here, these two use 6 different crafting combinations, but as long as you've put 6 in, you won't be able to do any more beyond that. So let's have a look. There are a lot of combinations you can use to craft these flags and get the colours onto them. However, one thing you should keep in mind is whatever you do first is going to be at the bottom. So when you add something that overlaps a previous colour, it is going to go above it. So let's place down one in the corner. This is the most basic. You can put these in each of the corners like so, and then that just creates a colour in the corner. Now what you can also do is create a strip down the side like so. You can also put that in the middle as well. So what you're basically doing is arranging with the dies where they're going to appear on the flag, and then you can drop the flag in anywhere else around it and craft it like so. Now that also goes down the far side like that. This works across the bottom, and again it goes into the middle and also at the top as well, so you can craft across like so. Now there are some special combinations as well. For example, if you do the left like so, it's going to cover that left side of the flag. However, this doesn't work when it's on the right. Let's just arrange that quickly. You can see it doesn't work on that side. It also works on the top half of the flag like so, and there are a few other combinations as well. So you can create one like that. That creates a rhombus shape in the middle. Let's do that with a more apparent color and quickly place that down just so you can see it in a little more detail. Now if you put a single die in the middle, it's going to create a dot in the very middle as well, like that, which looks really cool. As well as this, you can also do a cross shape, so you can put them like so, and then you get a cross going on the flag, and there are a bunch of special ones as well. So let's go through those quickly. You can put in a creeper head, which is now obtainable in survival. We will get to that in a moment, and that puts the creeper face on the flag. We can also use a wither skull and create the skull and crossbones, which you saw earlier. There's also the oxide daisy. This creates something I haven't actually seen yet. There you go, that is a very interesting shape in the middle right there. And now we don't have a flag. Let's craft another one, because there is one more recipe I haven't shown you. I think that is the bricks. Yes, if you put the bricks on there, you'll get the brick texture onto your flag. So I've discovered a couple more that I want to show you quickly. You can put 3 dies in the top left corner like that, or in the top right corner, but these do not work in the bottom corners. You can also create a triangle shape using that, and you can do this at the bottom as well. So if you put the dies at the bottom, then you get the triangle at the bottom, but it doesn't work when they're on the side. There have been some more changes to the player skulls. You can see I am holding a Steve skull in my hand right now. That is actually supposed to be my own skin, but for some reason it's not working at the moment. Dinnerbone did tweet out a picture where he was holding one in his hand, and it rendered the skin, but another change has been made to these when you place them down on the ground. It now displays the hat layer, so you can see I've got a little bit of that just at the front there, and that renders on the player skull as well. Now I mentioned earlier in this video that you can actually get these skulls in survival. The way to do that is with a charged creeper, which creates a very challenging challenge if ever there was one. So let's summon in a creeper right here, and let's blow this guy up. He's going to kill the other guys in there, and they are all going to drop their skulls. So you can see we've got the zombie skull, the creeper skull, and somewhere in here, there it is the skeleton skull. So the next big change is with the optimization and performance of the game. These changes are really big, but one thing to keep in mind is they won't affect everyone. It does depend on your computer, but here's the big thing. Let's press F3. One of the things you can see there, it now shows you the graphics card that you have on the side, but let's have a look at the FPS. We've got 105 at the moment, which is pretty impressive on a world like this, but if we drop down to the ground and just look directly down, you can see my FPS goes all the way up to around 500, and this is because the game isn't rendering and loading things that we can't see. So if we turn around really quickly, which we can kind of do with F5 like that, you can see that nothing was loaded behind us until I moved for a second there, so that's going to just increase the general performance of the game as you're using it. Now, I've read that you can also turn the view distance up to. So Jeb also tweeted out you could change your render distance up to 32 chunks. At the moment I'm limited to 16, so I can't seem to go above that, but the game is certainly performing better, and so that will probably be an option in the future. But one thing to note is this alternative blocks down the bottom here. You can see that's on at the moment. If we just go and pay attention to the grass on the outside here, you can see that the texture is randomly rotated for each block, which I thought was something they had permanently implemented, but it's actually something you can change here. So we can turn that off. The game will then re-render when we move, and it rendered very fast. You can see all the grass is in the same direction now, but that is something else to show you. The reloading of the world has been greatly improved. Let's press F3 and A, and that is absolutely magic. Can you believe how fast that is loading? Let's just do that one more time. That is absolutely ridiculous how fast that loads. A huge improvement over the previous snapshot. And there is a secret feature in this snapshot, that is Summon Lightbolt. If you press tab to try and get to this, it's not in the tab list. You have to type it in like that correctly, and you can summon lightning using commands, which is fitting considering that will be quite useful with the creepers as well if you want to turn them into charged creepers. There's also a couple of other little tweaks and changes. If you remember, this game has been plagued with the black areas, the lighting updates that don't happen when you go into caves. That has supposedly been fixed, and also advanced OpenGL has finally been removed. But that is it for me, this snapshot video. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like, it will always be appreciated, and be sure to let me know what you think of this snapshot down there in the comments. But that is it from me, so as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.